Karen took a blind vet speaker judge made her apologize live on air. Have you ever witnessed someone's arrogance crumble in the face of justice? On a bustling city street, Karen Miller, a woman known for her sharp tongue and sharper entitlement, crossed a line that would haunt her. It was a crisp autumn evening when she targeted Marcus Tate, a blind veteran who filled the corner of 5th and Maple with soulful music from his portable speaker. That speaker wasn't just a device, it was Marcus's lifeline, his way of sharing stories of resilience through song, connecting with passersby who tossed coins into his open guitar case. But to Karen, it was noise, an affront to her peaceful evening stroll. Karen stormed up to Marcus, her heels clicking like gunfire on the pavement. "This racket is unbearable," she snapped, ignoring the small crowd swaying to his rendition of Amazing Grace. Marcus, calm but firm, explained the speaker was his only way to amplify his music in the noisy city. Karen didn't care. In a flash of rage, she snatched the speaker from the ground and smashed it against the sidewalk, the plastic cracking like a gunshot. The crowd gasped. Marcus froze, his hands trembling on his cane. "That's my voice you just broke," he said, his tone steady but laced with pain. The truth unraveled quickly. Karen's outburst wasn't just a moment of impulse, it was personal. She lived in a high-rise across the street and had complained about Marcus's music for weeks, claiming it lowered property values. She'd even called the police multiple times, but they'd found no issue. Marcus had a permit. Frustrated, Karen took matters into her own hands, believing her status as a respected real estate agent gave her the right. What she didn't expect was the street's hidden witness, a security camera above the nearby deli, capturing every second of her tantrum in crisp detail. The footage spread like wildfire online, sparking outrage. Hashtags like "Justice for Marcus" trended, and the city's heart turned against her. Enter Rosa, a street musician who'd been busking nearby that evening. She was the twist no one saw coming. Rosa, who'd faced her own battles with entitled neighbors, had recorded the incident on her phone, too, catching Karen's venomous rant about vagrants ruining the neighborhood. Rosa's video, paired with the deli's footage, painted a damning picture. She handed it over to Marcus's pro bono lawyer, a young firebrand named Elena, who was already building a case. Elena didn't just want compensation, she wanted accountability. She filed charges for vandalism and emotional distress, arguing that Karen's actions were a deliberate attack on a disabled veteran's livelihood. The community rallied, crowdfunding to replace Marcus's speaker and more, their donations pouring in as a silent rebuke to Karen's cruelty. The courtroom showdown was electric. Karen, dressed in a tailored blazer, tried to spin the narrative. She claimed Marcus's music was a public nuisance and that she'd acted in a moment of stress. Her lawyer argued she was a pillar of the community, flashing photos of her at charity galas. But Elena was relentless. She played Rosa's video, showing Karen's sneering face as she smashed the speaker. She called Marcus to the stand, where he spoke quietly about his service, his blindness, and how music kept him connected to the world. The jury's faces softened, but Karen's remained defiant, her arms crossed tightly. Then came the unexpected. Rosa took the stand. Her testimony was a gut punch. She described how Karen had once threatened her, too, calling her a filthy busker and demanding she leave the street. Rosa's voice cracked as she recounted Marcus's kindness, how he'd shared tips with her when her own guitar strings snapped. The jury leaned forward, hanging on her words. Karen's lawyer tried to discredit Rosa, painting her as an unreliable drifter, but the judge wasn't having it. The evidence was overwhelming. Karen's entitlement had been caught in 4K. The judge's ruling was a spectacle. Karen was found guilty of vandalism and ordered to pay for Marcus's speaker and emotional damages. But the real sting came next. The judge, a no-nonsense woman with a reputation for creative justice, ordered Karen to apologize to Marcus live on the city's public access channel. The courtroom buzzed. Karen's face turned ashen. "Live?" she stammered, but the judge's gavel silenced her. The apology was scheduled for prime time, and the city was watching. The broadcast was a masterclass in public humiliation. Karen stood in a stark studio, her usual polish replaced by a nervous twitch. Marcus sat across from her, his cane resting against his chair, his expression unreadable. The host, a local journalist with a knack for cutting through nonsense, read a brief summary of the case, her tone dripping with disdain for Karen's actions. When it was time for the apology, Karen's voice wavered. "I'm sorry for breaking your speaker," she mumbled, barely meeting Marcus's gaze. The host pressed her. "And for the pain you caused?" Karen's jaw tightened, but she choked out, "Yes, for that too." Marcus nodded, saying nothing, his silence louder than any rebuke. Social media exploded, memes of Karen's strained apology flooding feeds, her name now synonymous with entitled Karen. The fallout was swift. Karen's real estate business tank clients dropped her, unwilling to work with someone who'd targeted a blind veteran. Her social circle shrank, her galas replaced by whispers of her disgrace. Marcus, meanwhile, became a local hero. The crowd-funded donations bought him a top-of-the-line speaker and funded a small recording studio in his apartment. Rosa joined him for a duet at a community concert, their voices blending in a defiant celebration of resilience. The city renamed the corner of 5th and Maple Marcus's Melody Lane, a quiet tribute to his unbreakable spirit. What does justice look like when entitlement meets accountability? Marcus's story reminds us that even the smallest voices can echo when a community stands together. Karen's downfall wasn't just a legal low-sit, was a lesson in humility, broadcast for all to see. What do you think? Did Karen get what she deserved? Or should the punishment have been harsher? Share your thoughts below.